All right, you can give the intro.
I can do the intro?
Yep.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, Jacob.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling like, well, you know what? We're really close friends. Why are we not family?
We're about to answer that question right now.
I mean, we're pretty close friends. I'm in the real family vibe. You know what? Let's buy a car together. Let's do it up real nice. Say "k" as a white guy to all of our friends. And just, have a nice little... I don't know where I'm going with this.
Are you an undercover cop?
Oh, yeah, I am.
I've caught you.
I am.
Welcome to the Fast and Furious plot, starring Sam and Jacob at the Regular Size Man podcast. Okay, so welcome back to episode 39 of the Regular Size Man podcast. My name is Sam, and as always, I am joined by Jacob. And if you're watching on YouTube, we have Nick also in the background, who's just on his phone. How are we doing, Jacob?
I'm good. I was going to be apologetic for that intro, because that was not good.
You said it, not me.
Look, it wasn't good. I'm not going to lie to you. It just wasn't good.
That's okay.
But I got put on the spot, and we're talking about Fast and Furious.
We are. We're going to save that to the end because it's probably going to be our lengthiest discussion.
I think so.
We just wanted to talk about some other things first. Have you been watching anything this week, or have you watched anything this week?
Well, you got me onto Avatar.
Yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender, not the Blue People movie.
Not the Blue People movie.
No.
Because you wrote it down. I thought we were talking about the Blue People movie, but we're not.
No.
We're talking about The Last Airbender, and you got me into it, and I kind of really like it a lot. To be
It's such
honest.
a good show, man.
Look, actually, no, sorry, I'm not on the massive hype train where I got to keep watching it, but it is very good.
What are you up to then?
Episode 13, season 1.
Okay, so you're like.
So I'm into it. Into it. It's just it's really good, man. The concept is really good. I remember watching like scattered episodes when I was a bit younger, but it's pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, it was the same. I mean, I'm at that point. Like, it was like I was like that point when I was with you, but then around about episode 13, 14ish when I started binging it to the end of season 1.
Yeah, okay.
And then I binged most of season 2, and I've just started season 3 right now, and it's really good. Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing show. I fucking love it. It's actually kind of I kind of want to watch more anime because of this show. As bad as that sounds, I kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't sound bad, but like, I actually just want to watch more anime.
I think for me, the only other anime that I would like consider watching is One Piece. And that just got added to Netflix. It's like it's like this pirate dude named Luffy, and he has like these magic arms. I don't know how it works, but he can stretch his arms out like Mrs. Incredible.
Ah,
yeah. It's apparently it's actually really good.
There you go.
Again, I mean that was something that I watched scattered episodes of when I was younger, but I don't think I'd get into like a whole lot of other anime. I mean, maybe Naruto, because I've heard that's really good.
There's a lot of good ones I've heard. I
also really like Yu-Gi-Oh too, and that's not like it's. Is that anime? Like, does it count as anime?
I would count as anime.
Alright, well, then I might get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's on Netflix too, so it's easy to watch.
Yeah, I've been watching Beyblade. I used to watch Beyblade on Netflix. That was really good too.
I watched Bakugan, actually.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Day.
Anyway, long and short of it,
yeah.
We're on our, Avatar's an American anime. It's not Japanese, so...
Yeah.
We're on American anime at the moment. I'm going to possibly hop over to Japanese. You probably won't, but...
You know what we should do? What should we
once
do? Once we both finish Avatar...
Legend of Korra, which is the sequel.
Yeah, but before Last Airbender...
Yeah.
After we finish Last Airbender, before Korra, we should watch the movie together.
The live action one.
Apparently it's awful.
The live action one, yeah, it's pretty bad.
And they whitewashed it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard about it. I saw it came up on my TikTok feed a little bit, like a scene from it, and it just looks horrible.
I'm interested to see how bad it's gonna go, because obviously I doubt the CG would be that bad.
No, it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Well,
I'm
actually excited to watch it now. Then.
Oh, look.
Well, let's actually do it, because I'm actually really interested.
Well, the last time you told me to watch a bad movie, which was last week, we couldn't even make it.
Look, hey, you picked up your game, because last week I said your segues were getting a bit stale.
Yeah, so this is my segue, which you interrupted, but that's by pointing out that. No, I'm kidding.
I jumped the gun.
I'm kidding. Anyway, so last week Jacob told me, Brian, who hasn't been here since episode 6, but we still talk about.
Yeah.
He talked to us about this movie that came out, a Netflix original movie called Last Days of American Crime. And now we know that Netflix original movies, they're really hit or miss.
Yep.
Yeah, when they miss very hard.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And
that's
this
actually
one
really true. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a few ones that are pretty good. None have really blown me out of the water. Oh, Marriage Story and stuff.
No, Marriage Story doesn't count. They bought the rights to it, but
Okay.
it was not a Netflix original. It's same thing with Titans, how it says Netflix original, but it's not a Netflix original.
Anyway, long and short of it, they don't really have a lot of good movies that they make themselves.
They do not.
long and short of it, they put out this movie and it had 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. So Jacob's idea was that we should watch it.
I regret that decision.
Look,
how far did you get into it? I think that's the question I want to know.
I think I got an hour into it. I had an hour and a bit left to go.
Keep in mind, this is a 2.5. Like, this is a genuine 2.5 hour movie, and you're not allowed to drop a 2.5 hour movie on anyone. And like with Endgame, they earned that. They earned it. They earned us watching a 3 hour movie. Batman v Superman, they earned us watching a 3 hour movie. It's Batman v Superman. What's it called? Avatar, transcendent. So I'll give it a pass. You are not allowed to give me a 2.5 hour movie that's a Netflix original and be like, watch this.
Not even that. 2 hours okay. 2.5 hours pushing it a little bit.
2.5 hours is pushing it.
It's pushing
2 hours I would have been fine with.
I mean, The Irishman was 3, but I mean, Scorsese's.
I didn't finish it.
Really?
I don't think I did. I think I did get like 2 hours in. I don't think I've just finished. I just haven't got around to doing the last hour. Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, long and short of it, Jacob was like, we should watch it, and neither of us finished it. It is one of the worst movies I have ever watched. I'm going to try and finish it so I can make a video on it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But it's just so bad. It's like the premise, which I think we're gonna go into it. Nobody's gonna watch this movie. The premise is like America's like, it's, you know, also the timing of when it came out was probably not good.
Yeah.
So the movie's about how America has pretty much been overthrown by the public, and there's a lot of crime, a lot of like, you know, vandalism, a lot of destroying. Everything just gets destroyed. A lot of crimes. Cops can't fight back because the people are fighting back even more and in bigger loads. And the government's, you know, ultimate decision to combat this was to put out like a audio synthetic thing to to hurt people. Is that the way to explain it? I kind of lost interest straight away.
Yeah, it's called like an API, I think it is. I don't remember what it stands for because
fucking who knows,
man. I don't even remember. I do remember the guy's name. His name's Brick because they say it like genuine. I've watched 25 minutes of the movie. They say Brick 40 times. I get it. His name's Brick. All right, it's not
and not even Brick. I was watching this with a friend who's actually he's a director, and Brick doesn't change facial expression for the first hour of the movie. In this first hour of the movie, he gets in a shoot off, has sex with a woman, and amongst other things. And the thing that made him change facial expressions was a stupid joke from a woman instead of having sex with her. The whole time, he's just straight faced. And there was a lengthy scene.
He doesn't even change expression when he finds out that he slept with the chick who has a husband.
Yeah, that
he didn't even change
expression.
Just,
he's like, okay, and his face just doesn't change the entire time. Yeah. You wouldn't think the director would be like, hey mate, love what you're doing, love what you're doing, but just fucking look something, just look upset, just do something.
It's it's a real grind to watch, man. It's bad.
Yeah, you could easily cut out 45 minutes of the movie if you just don't. If you halve the sex scenes and just get rid of like the unnecessary parts that nobody cares about.
I didn't really give a shit about the sex scenes. I didn't think you needed that. You could have just implied that it was happening. You know what I mean?
No, not even that. But like the first sex scene, it's just like
the one in the bathroom.
Yeah, like the way it happens is like she walks into the bar, sits next to him, like gets a drink.
No, doesn't get a drink. Does get a drink.
She gets a drink. They look at each other a bit sensually, and then they go to the bathroom and have sex. And then she goes, "I've ticked it off my bucket list." And he's like, "What?" And he goes, "Having sex with a loser." And everyone's like, "Okay." Like I was like, "Oh, cool, yes, fucking."
It's so low budget. I was expecting that meme of all the guys going, "Oh," yeah, to pop in straight after.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's bad.
It's not a good movie.
I'm going to try and finish it. I'll let you know how it goes. But
I kind of want to finish it just to be like, I did watch it. But it's going to be in like episodic periods.
A lot of sit downs, a lot of just... anyway,
it's going to be,
it deserves a 0 rating.
Oh, man, it really does. It's just awful. It's a good premise. Like, the idea of it's not bad. I would have preferred to see more of... Again, the countdown hasn't happened, I'm assuming.
No.
I would like to see more of... the afterthought, the after, like what happens.
Well, we haven't
after.
Finished the movie, so you don't know.
Mate,
you don't know.
We're gonna get 20 minutes of that for sure.
Oh, probably.
But I would like to see a movie about what happens after. I think.
Look, we'll finish the movie.
Just me.
We'll rendezvous next week. We'll see what
me.
happens. All right. But speaking of, well, hang on, I've looked at the wrong area. Speaking of like exciting things, which we aren't looking forward. No, we're looking forward to this.
Yeah.
DC FanDome. So DC announced their like a brand new online virtual 24-hour conference in the wake of Comic-Con not happening.
No,
And-
Comic-Con is happening.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's the same thing as this.
It's
It's online. It's
on-
weird.
Sorry.
We're going to be omingling with every single person on Comic-Con.
Anyway, we're going to be having one-to-ones with Henry Cavill over Zoom. And
That's your dream.
It
You
is,
don't
mate.
even laugh about
It
that.
is-
That's your dream.
I'm never said. I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Like, quick side note.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
Is it on Netflix or Stan?
No,
What's it on?
it's on Foxtel. But
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Foxtel, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
no, actually was.
Yeah.
Greggy,
Hey, whatever you say, buddy.
Greggy
Whatever
purchased
you say,
it.
whatever
$4.
you say.
You rented the movie. Anyway,
Ooh,
it's
I might do that on PlayStation Store, actually.
yeah, it's pretty good. The Army Hammer.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill, really good movie. It's like James Bond, except it's like US
American?
and
Yeah.
US
I've heard
and
that.
Russian. So like, if you want to like, you know how Henry Cavill was in the debate for James Bond, that's his like resume for it.
I
But
did
I think
hear
they're
about
doing
that,
I
actually,
think
yeah.
they're doing a sequel to it anyway, so I don't think he's going to be James Bond for that reason.
Isn't he in Mission Impossible too?
He plays a bad guy in one of the movies.
So
Yeah,
that's probably added.
so that was the last
resume,
movie.
right?
That was one of them.
Yeah, I didn't mean number 2. I mean like T-O-O-O.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he was in the one that I have there. Anyway, that was the end of that side note.
it Fallout?
Yeah,
Fallout.
it's a really good movie.
Just
You
go
really
out
need
to
to watch it.
Netflix.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Once I've done watching the Fast and Furious for La Familia, I'll get on the Mission Impossible, see what the theme is there. Probably Tom Cruise breaking something.
Yeah, well, he does his own stunts. If you didn't know.
He's a man of many talents.
Anyway, he also doesn't have a symmetrical face. Anyway, coming back to that, DC FanDome. It's basically going to be a 24-hour time frame, and there's going to be a lot of announcements, you know, ranging from movies, games, everything. So the big thing I think we're both very excited for the most is we might get a new Batman video game
Yeah.
announced,
Yeah.
which it's been rumored for a long time, and a lot
We've
of the developers
discussed it, actually.
yeah, we've discussed it in the past,
Yeah.
and the developers of Arkham City, I think it was, they actually tweeted out a picture of the Night of Owls. So
Court of Owls.
the Court of Owls,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
Actually,
getting confused.
speaking of which, I think I did tell you. Just a quick side note. I did buy the Batman New 52 comic book, the first one. I know New 52 is old, but I just figured I'll just buy it.
Yeah, nice.
For shits and giggles. I can't believe I just said that word. I
Shits
can't
and
believe I
giggles,
said
it's
any of
great,
that. Oh
it's
my
great,
God.
it's great. Anyway, go on,
No,
yes.
but I bought it, and it's the first episode is about the Court of Owls, so it begins with that. So
It might be that.
I'm interested to see. I really like the Court of Owls. If you want to see it, watch Batman and Robin, Batman versus Robin, the DC animated movie.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
I will probably not.
Not.
Anyway, long and short of it, we're going to have a lot of people. We're going to have news about Aquaman, the Batman, Batwoman, Black Adam, the list goes on. We might get a new trailer for Wonder Woman 84 is the rumor as well. What
rumor.
else? Our rumor that we've created. HBO Max, Snyder Cut,
Flash news.
Flash News. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming. There's a full list here, which you can just Google, but it has basically just pretty much about every character, every the whole DC universe and where it's going.
When they say fandom, they mean everything.
They mean like everything. They're going to cover everything. So if you're the slightest inclination loving of DC, I recommend you go check it out when it comes out, which is on. I probably should
think it's the 8th.
tab. It is, yes, the 8th
Oh,
of
no,
July.
the 22nd.
22nd of August.
Out of curiosity, is your most anticipated the possible release of another Arkham game?
Yeah. Or the official announcement that we get more Superman movies.
Yeah,
Either one. Because
yeah.
if you're on YouTube, I don't know, if you're on YouTube, just take a look at my camera right here.
If you're not on
me.
YouTube, go on YouTube and watch this
No,
twice.
it's just basically my girlfriend got for me for my 21st birthday. It's a bobblehead of me like pulling out like the Superman suit. Yeah, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And my head bobbles, and
That's
it's
very
pretty
cool.
cool. Anyway, I have a love for Superman quite a bit, and I don't know if I sent you the Snapchat. There's a photo of me as a child as Superman,
I think you have, yeah.
but my dad's always been Superman, so.
Boy, Connor, that's you, bro. That's
no,
you. That's you.
no. What are you calling me, dumb as fuck?
Why?
Shut up, Nick. We didn't ask you.
Chimes in every 2 seconds. Doesn't want to play 2K so we can have those comments.
No, but anyway, long and short of it, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm excited. What are you excited for? Is it the same thing, really?
God, man, I don't know what to pinpoint exactly. Like, if I could just rattle off a couple.
Shazam, I reckon, will be up there for you.
I don't think they'll.
They'll talk about Shazam.
I'd be surprised if they don't touch on it. So, like, for that reason, probably that too. But I'll probably more solid news on the Flash. And what was the other one that you and the Man of Steel? I would be. with the rumor being a couple of weeks ago about how Henry Cavill's been in talks, I'd be surprised if it's not something set in stone that they announce in 2 months' time.
Exactly. I'm saying they got 2 months, so I'm sure something will come out of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking about the video game,
Yes.
PS5, they actually got fully revealed. Everything exciting. We're going to get a Miles Morales Spider-Man game, which is very exciting. I'm very keen for that. Miles finally got that fade, if you saw in the trailer.
He's looking good.
He finally got a haircut.
Clean.
And I heard a rumor that as the game does go on, his fade does get more intense. He gets like a heavier fade.
I would hope so.
I'm kidding, but that would be cool.
Well,
Instead of unlocking new suits, you get different types of fades.
It's like 2K, how you can go to the barbershop and get that redone. They better have that.
It'd be funny as fuck. I love it. I love his fade in the trailer.
Aunt May runs the barbershop.
That'd be cool.
Could you imagine? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I love his fade. Looks good in the trailer. The whole trailer just looks stunning.
It's very, very exciting.
Very excited. And so I'm keen for the PS5 for that reason. If we get a Batman game too, if Batman comes out day one with Spider-Man, you already know I'm copping that.
There's a chance.
It's a chance. I reckon Batman will be 2021 is my guess, but we'll see what happens anyway.
Yeah.
But long and short of it, PS5 was announced. A lot of good games on there. Spider-Man's probably the one we'll talk about because this is a pop culture.
Very much so.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. And lastly, it's time to talk about La Familia. So, as we know, Jacob has clowned on Fast and Furious for a very, very long time, having never seen the movies, to say the least. However, he has watched the first two, the two that hold very dearly to my heart. As you can see, there's a Fast and Furious DVD on the wall right there in my collection, the Fast and Furious original with Paul Walker. And Jacob finally watched the first two, and we'd like to talk about it today. What do you experience? Do you feel a sense of family now?
Look, man, I gotta just kind of set the scene a little bit. I don't care about cars. I really don't. I never have been a car person. I like nice cars, but I don't really care about them as such. I don't like when people hear it in the street. That's cool. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, that's where we differ.
Yeah.
I think because I am a car guy.
Exactly.
And I think you can't watch Fast and Furious for the acting. If you watch Fast and Furious, you're like, oh, the acting shit. I'm like, it's not about the acting. Yep. It's about the cars and the music, and that's all that matters.
Very much so, and I think that's where I've been probably a little bit critical in the fact that because I haven't watched them. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it, and obviously I've been like, that looks like crap. But I think I've been a little bit critical in the sense of obviously acting is a big part of it, and if you're going to look at it as a movie, it's not a great movie. But you kind of got to look at it for the cars.
Yeah. Hang on. From 4 onwards, it's not about cars.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Sorry, that's a different fucking story.
So like the first one, look, I think it goes without saying. The first acting is bad, man. I'm gonna group them together. Acting is not good. The fact that you got Paul Walker saying "cuh," that kind of speaks to it. Alright?
It's 2003.
Nah, man, you don't get any white guy to say "cuh," unironically.
But it's Paul Walker, man.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first movie. I know what they were trying to establish with the hip hop music and all that jazz, and I know that they get more like renowned hip hop artists on the soundtracks as in later films.
Yeah.
So they do that well. They kind of establish that stuff as well. The first one, the racing isn't anything special because it's kind of just drag racing, which is cool, I guess, but it's nothing crazy. The stuff with the truck's kind of cool. But for the most part, I don't really care about it. Look, I'll give you this. The cars were kind of cool.
Yeah.
I did have a bit of appreciation for the cars. And then when you move into the second one, I think the second one's worse than the first one.
I agree.
Not because Vin Diesel's not in it, just because it's really bad. But I will say that the racing is much better. That I will say number 2 really got me thinking this is actually really cool. I do really, really enjoy watching this, and I kind of like seeing all this race and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
To continue on from that, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I am actually kind of excited to see where the universe goes, and I have an idea, but the universe that they built in number 1 and then kind of continues in number 2 and then going to expand upon in number 3, which I'll watch this week. I like it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think everybody can collectively.
Yep.
Can collect. Fuck, I can't say it.
Collectively.
Can say it together.
Can collectively.
Yeah, that they can collectively. Nobody understands how we got from the first one to where we got now. Where we are now, we don't understand how we went from street racing, illegal street racing, to saving the world.
Yeah.
However, the first two, Tokyo Drift, I'm pretty sure it's the third one from memory.
Yep.
That's my favorite.
I watched that when I was
but-
very young.
But in saying that, Tokyo Drift is much different.
Isn't
from
it?
the first two.
Isn't it like a?
It's in Japan.
Isn't it like 2.5?
It's in Tokyo. It's sort of. It's like. Think of the MCU. You know how Guardians of the Galaxy is just kind of its own thing in the middle of everything. How it doesn't relate to anything.
That's what it is. Okay.
That's what it
Cool,
is.
cool.
It's kind of like it's happening at the same time, or like at a time in particular, and it comes back.
Two's
like,
kind of like that.
sort of.
Like it's not. I don't know. I just said that because Dom wasn't in it. So.
Yeah, but so there's that, and then there's the Fast and the Furious, which I've done before. They really got creative with the names, and then when Fast 5's when The Rock comes in, and it kind of just all changes up on its head.
Like look, like obviously I'll make a more solid case and statement when I get to it, but I can understand why they have to make a big jump. If you're gonna keep making the movies, I can understand why from when you go from 4 to 5, you have to do something bigger. Well, and it kind of has to go in the direction of saving the world for some reason.
5 wasn't horrible. 5 was alright. 6 was like 5 was tolerable. You can deal with it.
Yeah.
But starting from 6 onward, it starts to get a bit like, what the fuck are you doing? 7's has the Paul Walker scene. That's like has a bit of sentimental attachment. But 6 and 8, you kind of just sit there.
I'm just really keen to meet more of Dom's family. I just want to feel like a sense of pride in my family.
A Corona. And a Corona.
And a Corona. True. He literally says, do you want to... Oh, man.
So you want a beer as long as it's Corona.
There's just... The acting is really just not good, man. Plus, why do all the guys have to be jacked? Why in the first movie is Tran the Asian dude? Why is he a jacked...
Who?
No, Dom Toretto's built.
No, Dom Toretto is because they're all criminals.
But no,
that's the premise.
But like, why are you? But they have not Dom, but the others have like Tran is this big built Asian bloke. You drive a car. Who cares if you're built or not?
When you're fighting criminals,
Nah.
because they're all illegal. That's why Brian's gone undercover. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? It's just that whole time. Like around that time too, Need for Speed Underground came out. The first like the video game, Need for Speed Underground. It's the same kind of process. All the customization, the hip hop music. It was that time. You know, bootcut jeans that were way too big were the thing, as long with like oversized clothing.
Look,
it was that time. That's how it was.
As a fan of hip hop, I like that element of it, and I don't think it's out of place at all. But it feels kind of out of place in number 1 because none of the dudes were black. But then number 2, you introduced Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson, and a few more, more. So it kind of matched it. But with the first one, you've got Dom, Paul Walker, like Letty is Latino. And then the other guys, Vic and I think his name is, and other guys. Doesn't make much sense to be having all this hip hop music when I don't think there's many main black characters at all. So I found that a bit odd in the first movie, but they kind of redeemed themselves in the second. So I'm excited to see number 3. I know it's got Bow Wow in it.
Yeah,
he's always a sight.
He's an interesting
I'm
character.
probably gonna go watch Like a Mike after I watch that because of Bow Wow. But look, I don't. It could be a lot worse. At the very least, they're fun, I guess.
They're fun. That's probably a good way to put it. They're fun, but then they just kind of get going from fun to like what the
ridiculous.
fuck. But the problem is that the what the fuck ones, the ridiculous ones, have so much more money that they've made and everything, and people just love them.
That's the thing, man. When you make money, you don't need to change the formula, no matter how bad your movie is.
But in saying that, the last few ones have caused a bit of tension between the cast. I don't know if you know about this.
Doesn't Vin Diesel has a feud with The Rock, right?
More Tyrese Gibson as well. Basically, what happens is like everyone like loves The Rock, obviously, because it's The Rock, and so they went off and did Hobbs and Shaw, which was Jason Statham and The Rock, and so they're kind of like, you have taken our franchise from us, and ruined it.
I get that.
Yada yada yada.
I get that.
And it's just like there's a whole thing going on. It's just like, man, The Rock outperformed you in your own series. Like
that's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault that he's the one bringing in the money for you. He's the reason you're rich. But in saying that though, he is part of the OG cast, and the direction that the whole series went, kind of.
I don't think that's, but I don't think that's because of The Rock. I think that's or the new characters. I just think that's because that's where you have to head with those movies if you're gonna keep making them.
I mean,
you can't because you just can't keep doing street races for 9 movies. You can't. It's not gonna make money. You can no, because at the end of the day, no matter how much you want to change it up, if you're just going to keep it street racing, no matter how much you want to change it up, the only thing you can really do is go different countries, different circuits, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be one climactic race where someone might die, someone doesn't die, and then that's it. You can't change it that much if you're just going to be a straight race.
What you can do is you can go from, like in the first movie they had, their cars, and, when they go to Tokyo Drift, the cars are very different as well, and the place, you could go into Europe and do supercars. You can go.
I know there's that, but still, at the end of the day, you're still just making a racing movie with different cars.
Yeah, but no, they're not racing movies anymore, man. They're not. Wait till you watch them. They're not racing movies anymore.
One fun fact that I do know about them. Did you know that they actually have stipulations in their contract? Most notably, The Rock, Statham, and Vin Diesel, that they can only get punched a certain amount of times.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you can't have a clear winner.
Yeah.
Because it's like some alpha male thing that, like, you can't have The Rock beat Vin Diesel, but Vin Diesel also can't beat The Rock. And same with Statham. It has to end up in a draw or something has to stop it. How stupid is that, man?
You know what? It's stupid, but the way that Hollywood sees it is The Rock is... he's like the unbeatable hero. You know what I mean? Like, in every movie he plays in, he doesn't lose. Have you ever seen The Rock lose in a movie?
No, but we're going to. Black Adam. He's going to lose. Or he'll become... you know what? He's going to do a redemption storyline where he becomes good.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't lose, and he needs to have that stipulation in contract so he doesn't lose. Jason Statham is always the bad guy. But Jason Statham, he's always a bad guy, but he doesn't... He's a fucking badass. I love him. But he doesn't lose.
No,
Vin Diesel, I think, just needed to be a part of that.
I think he just wanted to be.
Yeah, I haven't seen Bloodshot. I'm assuming he doesn't lose in that too. But nobody saw Bloodshot. But
I don't know. Very interesting, I thought.
Yeah, it's very interesting, but like it's that reason.
I get it.
You get it, but it's just stupid.
Very much.
It's just stupid.
So Hollywood, that's Hollywood for you.
That's alright. When I'm Superman, it's
going to be complete.
You can't punch me in the face.
First WOG Superman.
First Superman with a hair. First Superman with a hairy chest. Actually, no.
Henry Cavill's a hairy man, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll have nothing.
You have to have something.
first under 6 foot Superman.
I don't mind that. I think
I'll take that.
No,
that's for the short kings.
We had this discussion. I swear to God, Henry Cavill is not tall.
He's 6'4". I swear he's 6'4". If I get this right, it's going to be quite concerning. It's literally the first... 185. He's tall. 6'2" then.
That's like 6'2", I think.
6'2".
6'1".
6'1". So either way, he's over 6 foot.
He's an inch taller than me.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm 5'11", so I'll be the first. If I just wear thick boots, I'll be 6 foot.
Superman.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be tall enough. He's a small Superman, yeah.
You could be Superboy.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll be the fucking
I'd
dog.
take that.
You can be Crypto. I'll be Crypto. Straight dog.
You got Anzac as Crypto.
Yeah, see, I could be Superboy. Don't worry. I'll work something out.
Work.
Me and Hollywood will work something
Don't you worry, it'll work. You watch.
I can just be... What other character can I be? I can be Wolverine.
Watch this space.
Oh, yeah,
well, you could do Wolverine. Wolverine's pretty hairy. And he's short.
Yeah, you don't have to say short, man. Just say normal height.
Or you could be Marsupial Man. Reppin' Australia. Kangaroo Jack, except it's a superhero.
Yeah.
You're good boxing gloves.
Alright, I love it.
That's it right
there. Yeah, that's it. That's where we're gonna leave it. I think
so. A lot of dry. Another dry week as expected.
Yeah, there's not much going on, obviously. But
we'll watch some stuff during the week. You watch. I'll give an update on Fast and Furious 3 and 4. 10 years too late. But I
don't even remember number 4. I actually genuinely do not remember what happens in that
movie. Let's hope it's good.
Huh? Braga. Right.
I mean, we're here in Braga, and I don't know what Braga is.
I know which one it is.
Well,
I'll leave it for you to watch. You don't know what that means, so it's fine. Anyway, long and short of it, this has been episode 39 of the Regular Size Man podcast. That's been Jacob. I've been Sam. We hope you have a fantastic week, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yes, next
when
week.
There's more news, so hopefully next week. Bye.
See you guys.